Welcome back to another Division 2 news upload. I'm LtBuzzLitebeer, and today, the State of the Game stream team was back from a months-long vacation and ready to drop newsworthy bombs on their community.
I hope everyone's doing okay. I mentioned it during the intro to this stream, that every time we come back from vacation, these streams can be a little bit news-light. So I just want to start off by saying that.
I guess I'm just going to have to freestyle a bit. But before I begin the breakdown of today's stream, in case you want more of this type of intensive Division content in your lives, make sure to smash that sub button and ring the bell to never miss another upload notification from my YouTube channel. Okay, let's begin. So today's State of the Game stream is conducted by Hamish, Yannick, and Johan, and they started off the stream per usual with priority alerts. And here they are. Yesterday, there was a maintenance to correct a global event reward issue, and those items will now be granted retroactively. So Johan explained that this issue was with a mechanic within the game, and it was sensing that you already had the rewards from the first time the polarity switch GE was active, and this maintenance gave those rewards tracks a reset of sorts. Next up, the PS4 blue screen issue was of course confirmed, and they wanted everyone to know it is still under investigations, and I feel terrible for anyone that primarily plays on PS4 and is encountering this issue. It's tough enough to make it through certain sections of the raid if all 7 other members of your raid team, including you, 8, are functioning properly, but getting blue screens, I just couldn't imagine that frustration level. Also, the final boss in the Iron Horse raid, Morozova, and her explosion attacks not receiving warnings is being investigated, and there's also some sort of issue with Negotiator's Dilemma causing issues within the raid as well. And the final topic discussed within priority alerts is that the progression bug with Aaron Keener up in the Warlords of New York, that's the final mission that you do, there's some sort of progression bug, and that is on their radar as well. So in terms of newsworthy information on today's State of the Game stream, Hamish kind of said it up front. There wasn't much going on. However, this next bit and then the topic I want to discuss after that, those are newsworthy. So first up, it was confirmed on stream that there is going to be a PTS for TU11. It was confirmed by the devs on stream. It's going to be for PC only, and the dates are TBA, to be announced. Now, coupled with that is that the Skyscraper game mode will be coming in TU11, and it was a little difficult to kind of figure out what Johan was stating. I don't know if if more information for Skyscraper is coming in late August, or if TU11 with Skyscraper is going to launch in late August. Anyway, there's some sort of late August mention there with Johan's discussion. So I'm thinking late August, early September, you're going to have TU11 with Skyscraper. So the final topic I want to discuss, and this was an announcement that was not made for today, was this ongoing investigation into the leaked raid guide, the PDF confidential files for the Iron Horse raid and for the Race to Worlds First. And we were led to believe, okay, from their statements, the last time we had a State of the Game stream, is that investigations were looking into this, into the possibilities of repercussions and how widespread this cheating was, etc., etc. And we need to call it for what it is. It is cheating. It's cheating. Certain people had the guide, certain people, and let's say certain, clans, certain squads, certain raid members did not. So certain people had proprietary information that could help them, certain people did not. Okay, so we just needed to find this. There is no gray area in this statement. Okay, there is no gray area. Well, they were sort of cheating. No, they were cheating, they had the guide, or they were not cheating, they did not have the guide. Now, in terms of time frame needed to find out who had this guide and who did not have the guide, I can tell you, you did not need, and I'm speaking directly to Massive and the dev team and Ubisoft, whoever's doing this investigation, you didn't need a month to investigate this. I can tell you that for me and the video that I put out, where I am 100% certain of what I was stating, because I have the documents, I have the proof, I have the conversations with the timestamps and the dates and the exact words that were said. I have that in my possession. I'm not going to publish it, okay, because I believe that people deserve a chance to come out and actually, basically admit, okay, and ask for forgiveness, I believe those community members deserve that chance to do that. And I don't want to just go out there and out them, but I can say with 100% certainty, I know who had it and who did not have it. I can tell you what dates they had it on. I can tell you that it was that confidential raid guide. So I didn't need a month to figure this out, Massive. I didn't need a month to figure this out, Ubisoft. I didn't need a month to figure this out, Dev Team. I did it in 48 hours. Okay? I fully expected an answer. Okay? And there is, as the thumbnail says, there is no option C. There is no choice to, deflect this investigation. There is option A. They were cheating. They had the guide. The results have been erased. Or there's option B. We found no evidence of them cheating. We found no evidence of them having this guide within possession, and we're going to do nothing. There is no gray area between those two. Okay, there was no gray area when it came to banning people for using an exploit, a damage exploit that was in the game because of your faulty coding. Okay, you prosecuted people with no chance of defending themselves. You just prosecuted them. You rolled them back. You basically just brought the ban hammer down because of something that was in your game. They weren't using external information like a raid guide. They were using a mechanic that was in your game, and you knew about it. And I remember leading up to those bans for the damage exploit that there was a series of maintenances, of emergency maintenances and tweets about, we've got this under control, we know what's going on, it's done. And then it popped up again. We've got this under control, we know what needs to be done, and it popped up again. And it did it again, and it did it again. And then finally you decided, you know what? We're not able to really fix this the way that we want to, so here's a brilliant idea. Let's just ban half the freaking community because they're using this damage exploit, which is in the game, which we can't fix. It's our game. We don't know how to really fix it. Let's just go ahead and ban them. But now you have a really cut and dry issue. Were they using the raid guide? Did they have it in their possession? In fact, let's not even say, are they using it? Did they have it in their possession? Did they not have it in their possession? Option A, did they have it in their possession? Yes or no? If it's yes, instantly their results are wiped. If it's option B, did they have it in their possession? They say no, and you have no confirmation, you have no evidence that they did have it in their possession, then you've got to take them at their word and you say, okay, your results stick. And I know some of you are probably out there and you're like, this isn't your normal, positive, and I think I am being positive about it. It isn't your normal informational video, Buzz. Well, let me explain some of this to you. First off, I did not take part in the world's first raid. I did not. I didn't even play the game that day, okay? I had heard some rumors, just some whispers out in the community that certain shenanigans had already taken place. First off, with the I believe it was the console, I think it was PlayStation, PS4 players were actually able to get into the raid for some sort of bug with that patch install, and they were actually recording it and people had seen it. So instantly there were some issues. Okay, but I just didn't even want to participate in this raid because of certain things that I was hearing, the whispers. And I'm not saying within my private community and my private conversations with ETF members. I'm saying just openly things that I was hearing. Little whispers over here. Hey, Buzz, have you heard about this? And this is, just, and when I say regular community member, I really consider myself a regular community member. These are people that are not on, not on competitive teams. They're not people that do YouTube. They're not people that do Twitch. They're just regular blokes out there that enjoy the Division community. They enjoy the game, and they're reaching out to me because they know that I try to speak truth to power, and they say, you know, we're hearing some stuff out here. Is there any confirmation of this? And I didn't really have any confirmation leading up to the raid. Only once I saw those suspicious activities did I really get the bit between my teeth, and I started to tackle this issue. But I can tell you that I did not participate in this raid, and that leads me back, well, Buzz, why are you going in ham? Why are you going in hard as a mother, you know, on this issue? And I got to tell you, it really, for me, it comes down to the way I was brought up. The way I was brought up is competition is fair. That's all it's about. It's about fair. Getting your fair shake. Getting your fair opportunity. Okay, I played sports. I was quite competitive in high school. Possibilities of going into college with that was all ended when I was hit by a car and a hit and run driver, and my knee was never the same. I'm not going to go into that story, but when we used to compete, okay, we studied the other team's plays. Okay, that was fair. You could get tape on them. You could kind of see their tendencies, their formations, things of that. But that's where it ended. Okay, we weren't out there recording their audibles. Okay, so we didn't know what they were going to do, and they weren't doing the same thing to us. That was all something that we kind of just did on our own. Okay, so when it comes down to this issue of fairness, okay, my generation, the way I was raised is you went mano-y-mano, man versus man. May the best man win. You have a little bit of information, and that's it. Other than that, you have to rely on your wits. And we spoke about this. Our coaches spoke to us about this. The honor in the victory. The honor of the competition. Okay? It really you prove something to yourself when you're able to best your fellow man in a straight up competition, right? That's what it's about. It's about being fair. It's about being righteous, okay? And when somebody has a raid guide that's pretty damn explicit. I mean, it says phases, it says cooldowns, it says abilities. If somebody has that and somebody doesn't, that's like that player that has, they have the playbook for the other team, and then this other player that they're playing against on the other team, they don't have the playbook. They don't know what to expect. Okay, and they're always 1 or 2 steps behind, whereas this player that has the other team's playbook, they know everything. They know this formation, this player's going here, this player's going here. We know all the check down audibles. It makes the game much more simple, okay? And that's where I have this issue. I didn't go for it. I could care less if my name is up on the portrait and the base of operations. I could care less if my name is eventually added in at the end credits like they did on the Division 1 thank you ETF members. That is not what I am about. What I'm about is about truth and righteousness, man. It's about fairness, okay? There is no option C, and I'm speaking to Massive, I'm speaking to Ubisoft, I'm speaking to the dev team. There is no option C. There's option A. They had the raid guide, results wiped. There's option B. They did not have the raid guide, results stand. And there is no option C, where you choose to just put your hands in the air and deflect it. There is no option on that questionnaire. There isn't 4 options. There is 2 options. Ban or not ban the cheaters. Now let's call them what they are. They are cheaters. You found it well within your parameters to ban players for using a damage exploit that was in your game because of your faulty coding, but now after a month of investigations, you can't seem to put your finger on what should we do with these people. I think these people that had the raid guide are 1,000% more worthy of a ban than the players who used the damage exploit. I mean, am I right out there, community? I think I am. I think I'm right about this issue. I think that I am on the side of truth in this. I think I'm on the majority within this. Okay? The division community needs this. They need this to happen. Why do they need this to happen? They need to understand that nobody is above the law, that everyone has the same rights, privileges, and laws applied to them. No matter if they're a mega popular YouTuber, a mega popular streamer, or just the average Joe, okay? Everyone has the same rules applied to them. So I'm going to keep holding Massive and Ubisoft's feet to the fire, and I'm going to do so with as much professionalism as I can, but it's going to be intense, okay? Dev team, Massive, Ubisoft, there is no option C. You either ban the cheaters or you let the cheaters run free. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's breakdown, and I appreciate you staying with me while I vented there for a bit. And I'm going to continue to say this kind of statement. I'm going to continue to use my voice. I'm going to continue to push for fairness within the community, and I'm going to use my channel for this cause until it's either option A or option B. Remember, there is no option C. Just in case you haven't done so, please smash that sub button for intensive Division content, and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss an upload notification from my YouTube channel. If you liked the video, rate it with a thumbs up, if not with a thumbs down. Links to support my full-time content creation outside of YouTube include Patreon and Teespring, both in the video description below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for all my latest thoughts concerning most things gaming related, and until the next one, this is Lieutenant BuzzLitebeer, signing off.